Welcome back to 843 TV. We're here now with Miss Laura Von Harten. She is a councilwoman on the Beaufort County Council. Thank you for being with us today.
I'm delighted to be here.
So people have several different questions. There's always some confusion. What is the difference between a solid waste service for Beaufort County and what the municipality provide?
Well, the municipalities provide curbside service for their residents. People who live in unincorporated areas of the county have to take their trash to what we call convenience centers. And these are places where they can bring their household garbage. They have to bring it there themselves.
There is there's always some confusion too about, I know where we live specifically is county and it's surrounded by towns. So, so that's kind of challenging, but we have to do that.
The borders can be fuzzy the way annexations have happened.
It's kind of confusing.
Well, I think there's been in the news lately, obviously, a lot. Tell us about why the hours are changing. What's taking place for the convenience centers? I know some are looking at changing those hours. What's that all about?
That's right. We're going to change the hours so the convenience centers starting in October are going to be opening at 9 o'clock instead of at 7 a.m. That's caused a lot of concern, but we need to do this so that we can keep taxes down. It costs a lot of money to operate the convenience centers, and they did some studies to see when the peak hours of use are, and so that's what they've based the new hours on.
So what choices do county residents have if they can't get there during those hours? A lot of people work a number of different hours.
Right.
So
I've heard from many people that they are used to going to work. They have to get to work early. They bring their trash to the convenience center on their way to work, and they're worried about what's going to happen. What I recommend is perhaps work with your friends and neighbors to haul trash together. Maybe you can
carpool your trash.
Carpool your trash. Another option is to pay for pickup service from a private hauler so that you can get curbside service. You just have to pay for it yourself. So those are some options.
And what are the rates typically for curbside service to pay for it? What can viewers typically expect?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you about the rates.
Okay.
I think it just depends on where you are, because I know what we pay is completely different from what they pay on the island.
So at different parts of the county, it's going to be different. There's not one standard flat rate.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's
especially
correct.
when you're going through private.
Right.
And for
private
some
organizations.
people, it's very difficult because they live at the end of a very narrow country road, and there's no room for the truck to turn around. So even if they want to pay for curbside service, the truck may not be able to get to them. So there are some people who face that issue.
Interesting. Well, I think something that we're all pretty concerned about is the landfill in Jasper County that's been there a while. What happens when it fills up? What are we going to do about that?
Well, we expect it to fill up within the next 10 years. It could happen sooner if we have a major hurricane and a lot of the debris goes to that landfill. It could fill up much sooner. So we cannot build a landfill in Beaufort County. It's possible that they're not going to be able to build a new landfill in Jasper County. What we're going to need to do is haul trash to some place like Aiken County or Dorchester County. So that's what's in our future.
Okay.
I'm sure that's going to affect the cost.
No kidding. Now, why is that? Why there's just no room left in Beaufort County? Is there just no room left for an additional landfill? Is that?
Well, there's a state regulation. You can't have a landfill within 75 miles of another landfill.
Oh.
So because part of us is bordered on ocean and then the other part of us is bordered by Jasper County, we cannot build a landfill. And I don't think we've got the appropriate place to build a landfill, even
So
if
people
we
better
wanted
start
to.
recycling?
Yes, we have.
The moral of the story is we better start recycling. So this kind of leads into my next question. What's going to happen if we don't build a trash transfer station in Beaufort County?
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to have garbage trucks that are going to have to make the trip to Aiken or Dorchester County. And that's very expensive. If we build a transfer station, we will be able to compact the trash. We can load it onto tractor trailers and get it to Aiken or to Dorchester in a much more cost-efficient manner. So right now, a lot of our taxes go to solid waste disposal. In the future, if we don't do something about this issue and build a transfer station, we could look at our prices skyrocketing for solid waste disposal if we have to use the little garbage trucks to take every small load to those distant counties.
So what advice do you have in the meantime for our viewers? How can they help? Where can they go for more information, or if they want to discuss this issue with somebody, or just receive any sort of updates?
Well, the best place to go for information is the Beaufort County website, www.bcgov.net/recycle.
Okay.
And that will bring you up to the solid waste page. Something that will help is to increase our recycling rate. Right now, our recycling rate is at about 30%. The state's goal for every county is to get that up to 40%. So that's something that could help keep items out of the landfill, is if we recycle them. And also, the county makes money when we have these recyclables. We can sell them, and that helps offset our costs for solid waste disposal.
It's interesting.
Well, my girls get on me because I don't always recycle, so I guess that'll change in my house. Well, so people need to educate themselves, like everything else with, and Charlie knows too, everybody on this panel knows this area's grown so quickly in such a short amount of time. That's just another growing pain that people need to think about, that if you're gonna put your roots down here, you need to think ahead more than what you're gonna do tomorrow.
That's right. We've got to look to the future.
All right, well, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
There's a lot of information. If you want to know more, please go to Beaufort County's website and make sure that you stay tuned or join us next time for more 843 TV.
Where communities come to speak.